we've actually just been talking about it at our booth. We've been talking about which students have really come across well. And we are hiring accounting graduates, and we see a great differentiation in the folks that come up to our table with the accounting and the more technical degrees. Some folks are coming up with their resumes and they're not being very personable, and they're not interacting with us well. But it's important for us as we hire auditors. One of the major skills that you need is to be able to interview people and interact well with them, and put out a good, present yourself as a team player and a teammate and someone who's here to help. So it's important for us as we see applicants come to our table to evaluate how they can interact with us and how they present themselves, because that's more than likely how they'll present themselves on the job. And that's something that you can't learn when you get resumes in the mail. It really helps us pre-qualify our candidates that way and find someone who would be a good fit for us.
I love when people approach the booth. If they don't know a lot about us, that's totally fine. But just showing that interest and passion. We are really looking for people who know they want to do something meaningful like this and may not know quite what it is, and just really willing to learn. We are really looking for talented, motivated, recent college graduates who want to make this difference, as I've mentioned earlier. And so when they're coming to the booth, if they can express that to me and their enthusiasm for it, there is a place for them.
Communicate. You have to be able to communicate. If you can't give eye contact and you can't communicate back and forth, it makes it very difficult for an employer to see fitting that person into their organization.
It's great if they come prepared and know what kind of internship they're interested in. So if they can come to us and say, I'm looking for an internship working with animals, or I'm looking for an internship working in a teaching capacity or in a communications type setting, that helps us gear them right away to the appropriate area at the zoo that would work well for them.
Probably the biggest one would be to research the companies before the job fair, if possible. Just jot down some questions for each company, know what the company is about, because one of the biggest turn-offs for me is a student coming up and saying, what do you do? Because it doesn't show a lot of initiative. And I understand there's not always a lot of time to do that, but if you have like your top ones and you understand what they do, what positions they have open, that's really helpful.
Meet with as many different employers as you can, and don't limit yourself to one particular field. I think it's just best at this point, as you're a junior or senior, just explore a variety of options, because I think you just never know what you don't know, and there's a lot of different avenues out there to explore, and there are so many different employers here in one spot that it's a great opportunity to really gain some exposure to some fields you may not have thought you might be interested in.